Fly Me to the Moon is a great simple jazz standard to help you learn how to play walking bass lines. I have a sample bass line here and we're going to go through it. It's very much in the style of Rufus Reid's The Evolving Bassist, which is a great resource if you ever want to get round to looking at that. But we have the chord progression here and just a sample line that I made up, and I'm just going to go through it and along the way show you a few things like this. Look. Chromatic approach tones. So we've got an A minor 7 to a D minor 7 to a G7. Very simple chord progression. We're in the key of A minor for this. But we obviously want to fill things out a bit more. One of the things to know is that, which is the 7th arpeggio. But here we're just starting on an A. And the goal is to get to the D minor 7 in the most musical way. This sample bass line that I came up with, we're just approaching it chromatically. Now that's the chromatic scale when you just go up half a step each time. When you hit the D, which you can play 5th fret or open string, up to you, you can just keep going chromatically up. The point is to hit a chord tone of the next arpeggio on beat 1. It doesn't have to be the root, and we'll see that later on. There's also a contour in the line, which is something you can think about. We're starting on a low note and ascending all the way. We could go on till we hit the C, but I've chosen not to do that. The PDF, by the way, is downloadable via the link below, as is the backing track, so you can practice this. Now that's very important. We have the swing rhythm. So it's quite fast, it's 140 beats per minute, but 8th notes are that rhythm. And that can give your line a real propulsion. I love using that rhythm. And where really you're just using scale tones or, as I mentioned before, the chord tones. Let me take a quick break to make sure that you really understand what that is that I'm talking about. A minor 7. I have lessons with these shapes in them. I'll link down below. Plus I've got a music theory course that does all of this in all different patterns. It's worth learning those. Then D minor 7 is the same, just on a D. You really need to know where your notes are. The next chord is G dominant 7th, so you need to know where a G is. And you can play the arpeggio. It's beyond this lesson, but when you're practicing, you must learn arpeggios in different places, not just one octave. You need to know them everywhere. You can just do what you like. Then we have C major 7 to C7. So we have a C, and that's the similar thing. I'm just using notes from the arpeggio. You'll hear this theme all the time in this lesson, and if you don't know why you need to know arpeggios, this lesson will certainly show you why you do. They're used all the time in this. That's just a standard C major arpeggio, 1 octave. You also need to know it in that direction. Once we get to the low E, we can't go any lower. You can play it in your walking lines. Then the C7, that's the 5th of the chord. And this is very important here. The same point as before, where we're using chromatic notes to link one chord to the next. It's a very smooth way to get from one note to the other. What I love about walking bass lines is even if you're not much of a jazz player, these kind of ideas can be used in different styles. So just off the top of my head, if we're in the key of C, if you think about some sort of soul R&B progression, C to A, 6th fret, D string, D, 5th fret, A string, G, 5th fret, D string, like a 1, 6, 2, 5. You know, that kind of thing. That's very much a James Jamerson idea, and he was a jazz player. Let's go on. So let's go from the beginning. Same thing, leading chromatically. So on the F, all scale tones, remember we're in the key of A minor. The chord, the root movement in this song, and in many jazz standards, is moving like that in fourths. Whenever you stop on a chord, just make sure you know the arpeggio. B minor 7 flat 5, or half diminished, B half diminished. Chromatic to the E. On the E7, you need to know the chord pattern wherever you are. So I happen to be playing the E on my first finger. So I do know second finger. Maybe you know that as well. It's an E, G sharp, B, an E triad, E major. But I'm going down here. That's the descending arpeggio. Sticking a D in there. A minor 7. So it's really important here. You're playing an A, going to the flat third, and then that flat third no longer works over the A7. And that's one of these things where you just need to have a bit of experience and music theory knowledge, also using your ear, knowing that a dominant 7th chord is a major third and not a minor third. So as a bass player, it's good to outline that. And see how I'm hitting the major third on the beat of that A7. You do not have to always hit the root note. So if you're very strong on where the chord tones are under your fingers, this is real basic stuff that you should be learning every day. Arpeggios in different inversions and fingering patterns, so you can just hit whichever one of those chord tones within it any way you like. Third line, there's a use of some triplets there. That's that subdivision that we're feeling here. Otherwise, chromatic movement again to get to the G7. Outlining the arpeggio here. And the same thing there, C major 7, that's what the MAJ7 stands for. Now I made this up on the spot and I'm teaching you the made up bass line. When you're practicing this and ultimately with walking bass lines, you're aiming to be able to improvise some of these ideas just off the bat. So you need to know where the notes are, you need to know all the different qualities, the major 7s, the minor 7, dominant 7s, all of those different qualities you need to know off any root, something to practice. There's the E minor 7, approaching the A7 chromatically, just a fret either side of it will do. That's sort of a jazz trick, just approach the root note a beat before, a fret higher, fret lower, that will sound good. Now there we have an example of not hitting the root. So D, you don't always have to go up, here going down. When I'm on the A, last beat of the D minor 7 bar, the B is closer. No, it's equidistant to I can go down one tone to the root and go a tone up to the major third. And that's what I decided to do, very much following that idea before of contour, which is the direction of the line. So if you want to carry on, the B is the major third of the G7. that's just making something else up around this, but going back to the written line, all chord tones from these notes, chromatic. This B minor 7 flat 5, E7, that's a little turnaround. You get that a lot in jazz, where you're turning around to the next section, which is the B section here. The B section is almost exactly the same. That's why this is quite a nice, easy standard to get under your fingers, with that movement of the roots as well, doing that fourth thing. So here we go again. A minor 7 arpeggio. Little bit of rhythm in there. Just exploring here. I'm on the D minor. I'm just using a D minor arpeggio triad, really. No seventh in there. Maybe just... There's the seventh, is the C. That's something you can practice. Just go on one arpeggio, just go up and down it, add some swing in there. Good thing to do. Let's back up to the beginning of that line. Very simple root, major third, fifth. A little bit of rhythm there. And hitting the flat 7 of the C7 chord. That's the flat 7, the B flat. And that's that thing of not always having to hit the root. And actually, you can create smoother lines if you just go to the nearest chord tone that you're on. So here, let's go to there. Don't always do that though, because the band members do want the bassist generally to outline the harmony, and often that is really implicating the root, you know. So that line going down, the scale note, E7, just a major triad, and then hitting the A here and going this time up a little bit out of the position that we've been in. This is the thing about walking jazz playing, is that you need to be comfortable with going out of position, and that means going to this dreaded zone for some people where they don't quite know it. Here, that's just a descending D minor arpeggio. I told you I was going to use the same words all the way through, and it's the same ideas. Make sure you know them. Descending, ascending, everywhere. The major third of the G7. There's that triplet rhythm on the chord tones. Again, fifth, flat 7. At this point in my bass playing journey, I still love playing the fundamentals. You know? The G dominant 7th, and just training myself to always know where the root is, flat 7th, major 3rd, and the 5th. And as I mentioned before, these are elements that you can take and use in lots of different styles. You know, funk music uses dominant 7th chords a lot. And also that chromatic thing, movement. You know, all of these things, the underlying elements are all the same, and this bread and butter stuff that you need to know as a bass player. E minor 7, then a chromatic movement to the A7, back again chromatically, all the way. That's all chromatic. Know the key that you're in, know the scale. A minor. And all these notes that are sharped here are the notes outside of the key, those chromatic notes. You'll always see that sharp note is a semitone or a fret lower or higher than the note we're about to go to. It's always the trick with chromatic notes. This is a C6. 6 is the A. You don't have to always outline religiously the different qualities of the chord, but there I have done. Chromatically, that's the turnaround. So when you download this, have a look at what's going on in this. You're like analysing. There's the root. I can see there. That's a minor triad. There's the 7th. We have to start using these things that I suppose are music theory based, aren't they? The fact that we've got all these different qualities. One thing to do, which is a very good thing to practice, is just to read the chord symbols. So I'm looking at the chord symbols here at the beginning. Forget how many bars we need to play for each one. Forget any timing. And sometimes I quite like to do it in a different style. So sort of like this. D minor 7, G7, C major, and to the C dominant 7th. I'm not worrying too much about time. A minor 7 to A7, and I'm just making sure that I know where the root note is, A, 5th fret, E string, and the shape and the pattern of the arpeggio, A minor 7, A dominant 7th. You really only need to know major 7th, minor 7th, dominant 7th, and half diminished, the minor 7 flat 5. That's 4 different arpeggio types. I have done a lesson on that, but if you think about it, look at a D. Let's just randomly go to a D, 5th fret, A string. Major 7. Minor 7, you flat the 3rd and the 7th. The root and the 5th and the octave are the same. Dominant 7th. Same as the minor 7th, but with a major 3rd. Or same as a major 7th with a flat 7th. My point being that they all differ from one another by not that much. It's not that much to learn. I would do it in 1 octave first, because this is a bit of a brain fry if this is new for you. So just keep things simple by learning it just in 1 octave. Then after that you can start to know everything from the 2nd finger, little finger, 1st finger, and in different registers. It's not as difficult as it looks if you have a regular practice routine. You actually focus on this stuff for 10 minutes a day. You'll start to see the patterns and hear the patterns. I have a play along for you now, but before I do, I want to say thanks for watching the lesson. Please do subscribe to this channel if you get something from it. A lot of people watch the videos, don't subscribe, and subscriptions help me to grow this channel. So thanks for that, and I'm going to leave you here with the play along. So you get 2 bars in, you can download the PDF, and you can download the backing track so you can practice these ideas on your own. Have fun.